God is a God of justice and mercy. Yes, you listen. You want God to be a God of justice. In other words, you want God to do good. Amen? You want him to make sure that the bad stop doing bad. Right? Right? And so Adam and Eve, it is good that God had to make them deal with the consequences of their action. Right? Like, yeah, of course. Because if God was good, he wouldn't just let it go by, because that means he's not good. That he plays favorites. But God is just. Right? Like for me, when I drive, depending on the day, I drive and I check who's coding. And then I go, "Uy, babe, coding, right? And I go, coding! Like I want them to get caught, right? Kasi yung traffic kasi sila. But when I'm coding, I don't want to get caught. Anybody like that? And so no, my wife's like, no, ikaw lang. Go back to Jesus. And so what happens is, God, please understand that yes, you will have to deal with your consequences. You're going to have to deal with the issues. God is not just going to say, forgive and forget with you. He wants you to remember so you can actually learn. Can I get an amen? But he also is merciful. Because he loves us. He's a good father. He'll spank you, but he'll hug you. I remember the first time I spanked my son, I'm the one that cried. I had to tell him, I go, Anak, I'm going to spank you now, huh? And then he was like 3 or 4, and then he's like, okay, Dad. And I go, okay. we're both crying. But he is merciful. Why? Because, here's the other thing I realized. He had to take them out of the garden because they've already eaten of the fruit of knowledge of good and evil. If they stayed in the garden, you saw that they might eat from the tree of life. God is not stopping them because he doesn't want them to be God. God is stopping them because if they eat the tree of life, then they will be forever sinful. But God's mercy says, no, let's block them for now so that my plan of forgiveness will come. And then when they are forgiven, let's give them back the tree of life so that the plan can come to fruition.